Hello, everyone, and good day. Today is Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2024. We're going to go over our mid-year
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Al.
Merry Christmas to all of you.
Hillbros family. Happy holidays.
We're going to go over our mid-year performance review. So on the agenda, here we go. We're going to review what we've done. We want to talk about Ray Brooks, God bless him, our industry update, mid-year performance, logistics, truck performance, ProFleet, and the safety updates, investment in new equipment, new trucks, and the facilities. And we're going to go over some holiday gifts and awards. First and foremost.
A lot of good stuff.
First and foremost, we lost a really good dear friend of ours, Ray Brooks, Joe Ray Brooks. Joe is a big part of our family. Over a 4 million mile runner, over 25 years in business here. 30, oh my God.
Over 30, Al. Yeah.
So anyway, we miss him dearly. I don't know what else to say other than I wish the best for the family. God bless them all.
Send some love to Paula.
Yeah.
She's definitely mourning him, as we all are. But she had a lot more invested in that than any of us. So so please send some. At a holiday time, it's so hard when you're going through something like that, Al. So
he was a big ambassador for Hill Brothers. I mean, he loved the Chiefs. He got along with a lot of our customers, and man, do we really miss him.
And so many employees. Al. I mean, he used to walk through here, and I know he was a cheerleader for a lot of people, and so he,
Anyway, think of him this Christmas season, and once again, we'll miss him greatly. Okay, Rob.
All right, industry outlook. It's gradually improving. I grabbed this from BMO, which does a lot of lending within the freight space. That's how they kind of summarize things at this point, and I think it's a pretty good description. Things are getting slightly better. It's a much better outlook than we had a year ago when we were delivering this message. There's a lot of gloom and doom at that point. Right now, things are looking to get a little bit better. So this is FTR, which issues this trucking conditions index that we've been talking with quite a bit historically. So that trucking conditions index, the latest one out there is for October. It actually came in positive slightly. So that tells us that things in the freight world are at least looking a little bit better. We don't always think that that's a truest indication for a contract carrier like us, but it is a good gauge. It's hard to find a perfect one. FTR also has some forecasts for where they see rates going in the coming year, and these are all positive, which is a very, very good thing. Most of the year of 2024 has been negative, so the fact that we might have a little pricing power in the next year bodes well for us. We don't think, neither Al nor I or anyone that does pricing, Jesse included on the logistics side, we don't think this is going to come in a rush. Most of this pricing power, I think, will probably be in the second half of the year, but we're going to do everything we can to usher that forward as much as we can. But essentially, things are getting better, so it's a better backdrop than we had a year ago. Anything else, Al?
Nope, that's it. The freight we're hauling is recessionary proof, so I'm feeling much more confident than I was a year ago.
Yep. I wanted to take a minute. The results that you're going to see here are all brought to you by a very talented executive team that works here at Hill Brothers. Jesse's going to be on here in a minute, leading our logistics team. Cammie leads our truck operations team. Big job there. Brianda, our CFO under IT, HR, all that stuff there. Glenn Nust, our director of maintenance, that keeps the terminal humming over there. Mitch Evans, Director of Recruiting and Driver Development, also in the mix. He's had his work cut out for us with ProFleet and recruiting. And then here's the Hill family. They're all working.
Yep.
Well, except one.
That's the mafia.
But so they're all engaged and working for all of you. They did a terrific job to deliver the performance we're going to look at. So with that, I'm going to hand this off to Jesse, who's going to take you through Hill Brothers Logistics.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob. Thanks, Al. And just before we get going, just kind of want to pair it off Al and Rob and just say, on behalf of Tyler and myself here in the HBL world, Thank you and happy holidays to each and every one that makes this company so successful, just not now, but in the future where we're all looking to go. So we'll just jump into a little bit of a performance. So as far as, like Rob was saying, it's a gradual performance. So we actually landed green or with some moderate growth here in 2 of the 3 KPIs that we track downstairs here at Hill Brothers Logistics and in Lincoln. So as far as the consolidated role with both divisions, we were about 3.5% growth in revenue. A little bit backwards on the margin, 2.5% down. When we started this logistics company about 5 years ago, brought all of our leadership together, we were about 80 to 20% spot freight versus contractual freight. Fast forward 5 years, and this is where we want to be, we are about 70-30 contracted business versus spot business. And so when you see in markets that get a little bit tighter, it restricts our ability to unfortunately buy out of these markets when capacity gets tight. But nothing we haven't seen before. We're prepared to do it. We just need to pivot with the market. And then as far as load count, the loads that we're actually getting from our customers, we're actually just a little bit over Q1 with 24 loads better than Q1. I think we talk so much about performance here at Hill Brothers and Hill Brothers Logistics specifically that we just kind of need to stop at times and smell the roses and give credit where credit's due. So that last bullet point is just wanted to call out our 3 employee of the quarters for Q2. Richmond down in our capacity team here at HBL Omaha. And then we've got Destiny, who does a fantastic job with our digital track and tracing at HBL Omaha here. And then our first ever employee of the quarter, Sam, our CSR team lead down in Lincoln. So fantastic job. Thank you guys. You are the reason why we are who we are.
Congratulations.
So
and there they are.
Yeah. Just a little shout out of who they are. We've got some new faces here as we've continued to grow and push the envelope here. So on the left, you've got Destiny, our employee of the quarter here in Omaha, as well as Richmond. And then you got Sam down there. And then through Bulks, very good performance. We gave him a facelift as we continue to grow this thing and attract the talent that we want here at Hill Brothers Logistics. So this is the new face of our HBL Bulk office down there in the Haymarket. This is a common area where they can eat their lunches and do any kind of breakouts. And then right here is kind of our rallying cry for the next few years to follow as we're really focused on what matters. Our commitment to our customers is, hey, you focus on making the meats, the liquids, the drinks, and the muffins, and then we'll color the transportation to make you successful. So this is kind of where that focused on what matters comes from. So where are we? We just hit. Now where are we looking ahead in Q3? So on the left-hand side here at HBL Omaha, we've continued to invest in growing our technology. I mean, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Cargo theft's at an all-time high through the United States. I mean, we can't run away from it. We just need to hit it head on. And so we've made some investments down in our logistics division through some software, Highway. It'll increase our vetting, giving Michael Deck and his team more information to be successful to attract the type of carriers that we want. So when we go back to our customers, they feel trust and are safe and protected with us here at Hill Brothers. As well as trucker tools. When a customer calls up and wants to know where their shipment is, we can plug into our database and instantaneously give them where they're at, what direction they're heading, down to the speed. So these have been 2 valuable resources that will help us continue to grow in the future. Also, our sales team has been out there banging on doors, hearing a lot of no's. I am happy to report that last week they did get awarded $2 million in new business. Talk about a way to start out 2025, right, Al?
Amen.
So thank you very much to our sales Mavericks for everything you do every single day, getting up and going out there and selling the brand. Additionally, we're focused on diversifying our coverage map. I mean, a lot of our customers know us here in the protein capital of the world, and Nebraska and Iowa. We're really trying to focus and push, what we do out to the United States, so that if one area is tight or there's a weather event where it's not moving, we continue to move freight throughout the cycle of the United States. And then positive news beginning to spread, much like Rob said, HBL and Hill Bros are going to have some pricing leverage in 2025. It's been a lengthy segment, so we're looking forward to having some of that leverage in the partnership where, we can drive some positive numbers. And then HBL Bulk, Tyler and his team are focused on heading into winter, road salt's coming with the snow, and then just focused on animal proteins to drive all our growth and core KPIs for the remainder of the fiscal year. Aaron, our bulk BDM's had a few wins as of late, and we're looking forward to continue to watch him onboard new customers in this new industry or segment of our business that we haven't had in years to come. So we're excited to see that. And then lastly, Jackson will be getting as an intern for us, and we're pretty excited about that on our capacity team down in Lincoln. It's a little bit different down there in bulk. So for example, here up in Omaha, for every 10 calls we take, they're inbound. Down there in Lincoln, every 10 calls they make are outbound. So just the ability to generate business is completely different. So we just need a little bit more horsepower going outbound down there in bulk. So that's why we're bringing on Jackson, is really to fortify Travis's capacity coordinator group so we can continue to drive that growth moving forward. So once again, thank you for all that you do here at Hill Brothers, and we'll keep going.
Jesse, thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thanks, Al. Thanks, Rob.
Okay, Rob, we're going to talk about trucking performance updates.
All right, nice work, Jesse. Good to hear. Truck performance. You know, this was a real, everybody contributed here, truck performance, to deliver an operating ratio that is well ahead of the budget that we had, so we're extremely happy about that. It really was a team effort. First of all, truck performance, you know, the sales team led, really. We've got a 214 line haul rate per mile, well above what we thought we were going to be at. That's finding new freight, new opportunities. So the sales team did a great job, along with Cammie's team in operations, to execute that. So we had some good freight to start with. And then the operations team really pushed, along with all of our drivers. Your productivity came in well ahead of where we had budgeted as well. This number here, you know, that can make a pretty big difference every day. This is a daily productivity number, so every day getting another 17 miles per driver just puts a little bit more revenue in us, and that's a big deal. So those kind of things helped a lot. The shop pitched in maintenance expenses down 2.5 cents a mile versus where we planned. Everything, just a lot of contributions from everybody across the organization to deliver this, which was a terrific result. You know, it's not a hugely profitable result, but we're in some pretty tough operating conditions, and we're pretty pleased with exceeding our budget and like this. So from a goal standpoint, some things that we were working on, we didn't quite get all of these green. Green means we completed the goal or the rock for the quarter. So we did some work here with Deadhead successfully. We completed a tablet replacement. All the drivers out there, you're aware of this, the new tablet you got. Yes, we know there's a workaround that we need to get fixed. That's going to be ongoing. TMW, Cammie delivered an on-time service reporting, which we've been wanting for a long time. Driver paperwork and the whole process about making sure that paperwork gets in. So important to how we collect cash and invoice our customers. So that project was completed. And then really analyzing some California opportunities that we have to find out if that's something we can put in our mix. So Scott was able to bring that across the finish line. So some good things there. Going into Q3, some things we're going to be working on. Back office, you know, Office 365 is a Microsoft. This is really the workstation, the computers that we use every day. There's going to be some behind the scenes thing that Michael and his team have to do. Next quarter, there's going to be some things on here for all of the rest of us. But that's one of the things going on. TransFlow AI, as we try to embrace AI and really get some efficiencies from that and help satisfy our customers. So this is going to work on the truck billing side. There's a similar project, AI related, with paying our carriers with Jesse's HBL Logistics. So that's going on. We're going to clean up some fixed assets and try to improve our financial reporting. CARB certification, this is all about California and their CARB initiative. We have 40 trucks a week going into California. So we're going to be working on that. Traction continues. We got a couple of projects here for that. We're going to work on, maybe as this market gets a little bit better, we may put a few trucks in the spot market and try to make some money doing that. Cammie's going to work on a freight forecasting tool and a planner and some CSR incentives. So a lot of things to do. Glenn's going to work on an SOP for the shop and break down kind of how they process and do all those things that they do. So a lot going on to hopefully continue to drive some good performance. So on a consolidated basis, you heard from Jesse, from myself on the truck line. So altogether, we ended up coming in at a 97.7 consolidated OR. So pretty darn good considering we had a budget target of 90. The budget was at 98.9, so we're better than that by 1.2 points, and we're better than our previous year by 0.8. So great job to everyone. It's been a tough market, but we are doing better than we had planned and better than last year. So some good news for you. We also took some time at this midpoint of the year just to reforecast how we think we're going to end the year. And when we do that, we come in at a 97.9, a little bit below where we set the year out at 97.5. But right now, I'd say hopefully there's some upside to this. We've been talking about the backdrop of the markets being a little bit better, and we've all been in this, as Jesse said. This has been a long segment where we haven't had much pricing power. So I think we're going to push it, and maybe we can push and exceed this. That's certainly going to be the hope. We want to do our best. So at the same time as this, we have a strong cash position. We've talked about how important that is. We're actually going to be paying down some equipment loans with some excess cash we've got right now. So we're in a good position right now. Great work on that cash side by everybody in accounts receivable, in invoicing. You know, that's a pretty tough job here at Hill Brothers, Al, to do that.
Yeah, we just got to get paid.
We got to get paid. It's so
we need your help,
important.
drivers.
So to all that team, we want you to hear, you know, we're supportive of what you're doing, and we thank you. So
You bet. Okay.
Going to hit ProFleet?
I'm going to talk about ProFleet, our driving school down on 78 I Street. Hey, good news, we're going to finish 2024 profitable. With Rogers and his team's help, it's unbelievable what we've done. Finally got the Veterans Administration approval in December of this year. We haven't started training any vets yet on a formal basis with the VA. That's going to start soon. The City of Lincoln has approved another $100,000 for CDL training. The City of Lincoln wants to expand our partnership. So we started out with the workforce group in Lincoln. We're going to work on Omaha too, but Lincoln is where we're at right now. The results of 250 graduates is 95% success rate. We're forecasting for an 8% top-line growth in 2025. And once again, we're going to grow into the Veterans Administration and really focus on the Latino communities as well. We think that's a big opportunity to train people, and we're looking forward to it with Roger and Bill and everybody else. Zach, just amazing. Great job, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it was an extremely tough year we were looking at back in January. So to end this year profitable is a real testament to what those guys have put in to be able to execute, and they're changing lives. I mean, we hear it with some of these programs that they have. So
pretty amazing. A lot of good press.
Yeah, great work. Let's talk about safety. So our accident frequency, DOT accidents, this graph represents the last 3 years. A nice trend line moving in the right direction. The green line here is where our target is, and the red line here is the industry average. So we are trending below this 3. You can see we've had recently kind of a little bit, kind of going the wrong way a little bit since the end of COVID. But this is, where we'd focus for the last quarter, below our goal. So pretty solidly. So on the safety front, on accident side, thank you drivers. You're at the front line of this, keeping the driving public safe and keeping our equipment safe and yourselves in good condition. So thank you for doing that. Something to celebrate here is our CSA scores. So we've had 1 year in the green, Al. What a big relief. A lot of work here by our drivers, by our safety team, Raul leading this. Thank you so much. Hours of service has really seen a big improvement, going from 57 in December of a year ago. We're down here in the low 40s. So that's a terrific job. Maintenance, being a little stubborn, our equipment and our ability to keep that stuff going. So we've got a few things we're going to work on to try to keep chipping away at that. But overall, congratulations to everybody for being in the green with that. It helps everybody's efficiency, helps everybody's productivity when we can just keep those trucks moving. So thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, so the equipment side of things. So in the last 6 months, what we've purchased is 12 new day cabs, 6 new sleepers, no vans and reefers.
No.
So this year we spent over $2.5 million in new equipment. Next year, the calendar year 2025, our plan is to add 3 more day cabs, 27 new sleepers. We're going to put 5 new reefers. We're going to do an experiment where we're going to put old reefer units on new boxes. We're going to give that a try and see how that works out for us. So anyway, our capital budget is going to be about $5.2 million next year on mainly on new trucks. So the good news is we have over 300 paid off trailers, 18 paid off tractors. And then one more thing I want to mention, so the capital cost, we had to fix the roof on this building here. We fixed the shop earlier, its roof, but we don't have anything pending for any other capital projects as far as the buildings are concerned. So most of our financial resources are going to go towards new equipment. And we'll keep you updated on what we're going to do with trailers.
Well, there's one thing.
One more thing.
One more
I'll
thing.
let Rob talk about that one more thing.
There's one more thing, but we don't have to talk about that right now. Let's get into some awards.
Let's do it.
So first of all, if you're a driver here, our Million Mile Award is a big deal. 1 million accident-free miles. But before I jump in, we've got two new people to recognize with that. But Gary Wynn has now 2 million. So Gary did this a while back, got to 1 million. He's crossed the threshold into 2 million. Congratulations, Gary. Hope to see you in January at the Christmas party.
Yep.
As far as the Million Mile Club, Xavier Acohen joined that club recently, and Dan Holman also joined that club. So proud and excited about having a couple new guys. We still need to have a ceremony and get you guys all the swag that comes along with that. But congratulations to all of you for having achieved this. It's a great achievement.
It is.
Certainly.
It is very.
Hillbro's Way Awards. We do this annually about this time of year. So really excited to talk about and present the people that over the last year, this is voted on by peers. It's voted on by your managers. To really embody the people that do the things that are on this wheel. How they treat ourselves, our core values in the middle, and then all the things around the outside. I read through everybody's nominations here, and definitely people that own it. They're definitely people that find a way to get things done, and definitely people that see that their job goes a little bit beyond what might be in their job description. So that's a big piece around here. I get asked to do a lot of things, I think, outside of my job description, and you embrace it, you do it. It's part of being at a freight company like ours. So a few things you can see here, just some things that people said. Extremely kind, willing to help whatever is needed, delight to work with was said. Another comment, take his shirt off his back for his coworkers. So those are the kind of things, if you're out there in the audience thinking, man, I'd like to be on this list sometime, those are some of the things that you can do and show the people around you. And believe me, the people around you at Hill Brothers, they're going to notice that and get you up for this. So we got 36 people here, 18 drivers, and we're going to go right down this list and call out everybody's name, because I know you guys need to be recognized because you really are something special. Drivers including Anthony Edwards, Carolina Gallegos, Cody Lewis, Darnell Jackson, David Marfisi, Donnie Ingles, Emery Croft, Eric Burton, Heather St. Dennis, Jody Fairchild, Keith Marshall, Rick Erdales, Lynn Thomas, Roy Tumble, Selvin Tobias, David Corrado, and Michael Greer.
And Roderick Brown. Don't forget Roderick.
Roderick, did I miss a Roderick?
Yeah.
Sorry, Roderick, you're in there too, man. You did good. Moving over to the accounting department, Jared Castillo has won an award. Nicole Beebe from HR. From logistics, Alyssa Richardson, Josh Borgman, and Sam Bouguet. So got a couple people over there from Lincoln in the group. From our truck operations team, we've got Charles Miner, we got Courtney Holman, Danny Jones over at PCA, Jake Wynn, Jenny Crane, Michelle Hagee, Paul Langenegger, Randy Poggles, and Ryan Hill. So thank you to those folks in truck operations. Roger Murphy and Zach Mathias over with ProFleet, working hard every day. Jennifer Francini in our recruiting team. Gabino Villasenor over in the shop. So all these people, congratulations to all of you. You get an extra $65 award coming your way. So you're going to get your Christmas money. You're going to get a little extra here. So hope you all enjoy it. And thank you for all you do.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right, so look at this. We got Bob Kofal. Bob, I've known you for a long time, man. I'm so proud of you being here for this long, 25 years. Gary Wynn, 23 years. Great job, guys. We're going to have certificates for you guys at the dispatch window.
Yep.
Going down the list, 10 to 14 years. Paul Brooks, Keith Marshall, Gary Gray, Emery Kropf, David Reinetsky, Roy Tumble, JP Carbonez, Lynn Thomas, Rhonda Hatch, and Angela Harris. 10 to 14 years. Way to go. Thank you so much.
Long
More
time.
certificates coming your way.
It's nice to see drivers in that category.
Absolutely. Independent contractors, 10 to 20 years. Mike Waters, Robert Pauley. 10 to 14 years. David Standring, Donald Giroux, and Michael Greer. Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, congratulations to all of you.
All right, in the shop and office, so 20 to 25 years. Dennis Sims, woohoo! Nikki Jacobson, Cammie Bruner, 22 years. 15 to 19 years. Deb Fury, Raul Soria, Uban, Karen Smith, Nick, Ellie Heron, and Ryan Hill. Way to go, guys. Nick and Ryan, you started out at the bottom, man. You were washing, cleaning trucks out. What a disgusting job, but thank you for doing that, man. So thanks for sticking around. Some more awards.
You were trying to chase him out of this business, weren't you?
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Anyway, 10 to 14 years. Michael Johnson, Tamas Amino, Scott Hill, Chris Morris, Randy Pagels, Ann Keys, Gil Franks, and Bob Sparks. Thank you for your time and effort here. And the best holiday wishes for all the drivers. So a $65 holiday pay deposited, I think, in today's auto deposits.
Should see it.
Plus, we got some more swag. Rob, you want to talk about the cooler, the stocking cap, some socks?
I think, they'll be at the window. Make sure you get yours. And if you can't get to Omaha, figure out some way to get your hands on this stuff. Keep yourself warm.
Those products are coming to you. And then $65 holiday pay, obviously, is today, the 24th. And then January 4th, the Christmas party for
staff.
For the staff.
Yeah. Awesome.
And just to wrap things up, so Merry Christmas once again. Thank you for all you do. We're really looking forward to 2025, guys. I tell you, I feel like the market's going to start turning to more positive, which makes things a lot more fun to be in this business. And thank you to Rob. Merry Christmas and your staff. We couldn't do it without Rob. And God bless you all. And would you like to say anything else before we go?
I think I wish the best to all of you and your families. Part of our culture is that we're families helping families, right? Your family, Al, your dad started this years and years ago, 45?
40.
By the way, it's going to be 50 comes in a couple more years.
2 more years.
So, we're families taking care of families. I think through this performance, we're certainly taking care of the family that you have at work. Go home, take care of your family at home, and enjoy it.
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Bye now.